having a conversation the other day with my 4-year-old granddaughter, and she said to me, "Papa, did God make you?" And I said, "Yes, He did, Dad." And then a few seconds later she said, "So, Papa, did God make me?" And I said, "Well, yes, He did. Why do you ask?" She said, "It's good to see He's improving." Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Just thought I'd start off with something a little funny that happened the other day. My name's Grant Child. My role is to facilitate proceedings here today and try and make it as light and easy as possible for you. Rob and Chill look after all the technology in the auction room, and I've also got Sarah, Scott, Craig and Karen on hand here today. If your bids don't take me to the vendor's reserve price, then I'll simply pause the auction and give you the opportunity to continue discussions with our sellers today. There's a good reason for that, folks. Because the majority of buyers in the real estate market at the moment are all conditional. And there are a number of those buyers that are hoping that some of these properties don't sell this afternoon. So you are in a very elite position, and that is the position of cash. So give it your best shot here today. We'll give you that opportunity because if the properties do come back to me and I formally close the auction, anybody can come forward afterwards with an offer, and that does include those conditional buyers which are running rampant out there in the marketplace. So good luck with your endeavours here this afternoon. Documentation auctions are no different to any other transaction in real estate. So quickly whistle through that. Buyers and sellers guide, that's been around for a long time. Available, of course, in the stand outside of the auction room. And your bids today are on the basis that we have provided you with that document. But of course, the most important one, of course, is the auction contract there, particulars and conditions of sale by way of auction being widely circulated throughout the campaign here. So by way of any bidding today, folks, I'm going to assume that you've read, understood and accept those contracts that we worked to today, and finalised copies are also available in that same stand as you came through the rear door into the auction room. I'm not going to go through that document in its entirety, folks. We'd be here for the rest of the day reading all the fine print, so I'm just going to make that assumption that you've read, understood and accepted it, but I will cover a couple of pertinent points regarding the conduct of auction. That's what you see there up on the screen, and that was set out in this page, this portion on the front page. Again, I'm not going to go through that in its entirety. Of course, it comes as no surprise the vendors have set reserve prices subject to that being reached or exceeded. Then the highest bidder this afternoon, you'll be deemed the purchaser. Your obligations immediately on completion of the auction are, of course, to sign the contract and pay your deposit equaling 10% of the purchase price, and we can help you do that out at reception, and we can do that electronically as well because no cash and no cheques circulated anymore. So the only other thing that I want to cover, folks, as far as the conduct of auction is concerned is vendor bidding. Now, vendor bidding is nothing to be afraid of. Vendor bids are authorised to be used by me and me only. Nobody else can submit a vendor bid. If I utilise a vendor bid, it is only when I've got one person that's participating in the auction. If there's more than one of you, I'll leave it entirely up to you. But if I've only got one of you, I need to work alongside you and work with you to get you to that negotiating platform that I referred to before, and I do that by what we call vendor bids. I'll disclose any vendor bids to you very clearly, and it is simply a technique to work alongside you, work with you to get you into that position, to give you that opportunity to keep discussing with our sellers. So essentially what you can take a vendor bid as, folks, is the sellers through me to you are saying thanks but no thanks. You'll need to be above that if you wish to purchase our property. So a pretty straightforward process, and again I'll be very clear if I am utilising vendor bids, and I'll remind you I only use it if I've only got one person participating in the auction. That's all I want to cover off as far as the conduct of auction and all the documentation. I'll be happy to answer any questions for you. And whilst you might be pondering that, I'll take the opportunity to welcome our viewers watching via the live stream as well. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, welcome along to our auctions here at EVES this afternoon. No questions? No questions from any of our phone bidders registered or our online viewers? No? Good to go. Right, let's move straight on to our first property for the afternoon, and of course needing no introduction is Steve Cameron from our Waihi office. Now this property at number 4 Stanley Drive, folks, recently upgraded and of course nice and handy to the Waihi beach. It's fully fenced, it's got the landscape gardens and an abundance of fruit trees for you. So a real good child's playground here at 4 Stanley Drive. Describing the legal aspects of the property, it's 645 square metres more or less. and record of title at 250835, and the South Auckland Registry Office also confirms very clearly it is a freehold estate. Now, just a quick reminder, folks, that the sparkle and the 2 LPG bottles, they do not stay. Are they optional? Yes, have a discussion with the vendors if you do want them, but as far as the contract is concerned, they are excluded from sale. Clause 23 just advises you that you've taken legal advice regarding any tax implications about the property, but the purchase price today is inclusive of GST, so no issues as far as that's concerned. What you bid is what you pay. 20 working days from today's date is your settlement date or such other date as mutually agreed by both parties. Steve, any other changes to the channels list or anything? No. No, all is circulated here. So extensive upgrades in this property, folks, ensure the modern and luxurious living experience in this absolutely stunning property. You get an example of what you see there on the screen. You would have all felt it and witnessed it and experienced it when you viewed the property. You can enjoy that sun-drenched decking there. It's an entertaining area with the sunken paved barbecue area. That simply serves as a wonderful extension to the lounge area as well. And of course, you've got the electronic louvers that have got the blinds on them as well for all year round outdoor living and entertaining. You've got the manicured lawns, the tropical ambience, creating a very relaxing atmosphere at number 4 Stanley Drive. Of course, up there in Athenry, an outstanding location, nice and handy to Waihi Beach. Who says go on this one? I know we had a buyer that just faltered at the last minute there, Steve, just didn't quite get themselves in a position to be able to bid today. So, cash buyers, you get the first opportunity here for 4 Stanley Drive in Athenry. Looking for a holiday home, this could be an absolute cracker. Also be a very good investment property. First call now for a start. Second time. Third, last opportunity, just here to work with the cash interest. I leave it to the agents to deal with those conditional buyers I talked about before. Right, I'm going to close the auction. I'm going to hand it back to you, Steve. Now, if you are looking for something like this, folks, all you need, what you heard me say about the property would be, you'd be forgiven for thinking it's quite an expensive property, given the wonderful location up there in Athenry, handy to Waihi Beach. All you need for this one, folks, is $780,000. Steve, I would suggest you make sure that your fuel tank is full because you are going to be busy. In fact, I would be a little surprised if you don't get the first phone call before you even get back to the office in Waihi this afternoon. Bargain basement buying there, folks, $780,000 is your buy now price. All right, moving straight along to our second one for the afternoon, 56/1722 Owens Place, Charlotte Gardner and Utah will be marketing this property here. A great opportunity for you. Nestled amid the thriving metropolis, this residential complex simply introduces an apartment style we've only seen either on screen or by visiting those far distant shores. Something very, very special indeed. It is a stratum and freehold. Record of title 867731 describes all the legal aspects of the property. And of course the waste disposal is as is and the carpet stays as is as well. So we do have an additional clause that I just need to make reference to make sure that you're fully aware that the purchaser acknowledges you've relied on their own due diligence and received professional advice in proceeding to complete the purchase. That clause was inserted at the request of the vendor's solicitor. 95 days from today's date. Lots of opportunities for lotto tickets between now and then. Charlotte, any other changes to the channels list at all? No changes, so a great option here for you folks. At the heart of the space there is in the communal hub there is you've got that living room that is simply flooded with abundant natural light that's taken care of by that nice large loft window that you will remember as well. You've got that fully functional kitchen complete with the breakfast bar. The property completed less than 5 years ago. The central use development puts you within arm's reach of those wonderful handy amenities surrounding the property. Retail, dining, you've got wonderful connection to the arterial routes as well, just moments away from your front or back door. Be it a bolt hole, whether it's an investment type property or your first time on the property block, this exciting opportunity is definitely one not to be missed. So where do we say go on this one? Your turn to do some talking, folks. You don't have to leave it all up to me. Cat got the tongues out there. Looking for an opening bid now for Owens Place. Great option, great opportunity. The option is here. Because I can tell you what, if you don't do it this afternoon, folks, then you will run the risk of missing out, because I know the way Charlotte Gardner works. First call for a start. Second time. Third. Final opportunity. Right, we're going to shut the auction down and we're going to open this up to the wider marketplace right now there, Charlotte. What sort of buying power do we need for this property?
We're going to price the property today, Grant, at $685,000.
$685,000. Bargain basement buying there in Owens Place, folks. If you know of anybody that's looking for that type of property, get them on the blower and get them calling Charlotte very, very quickly, because I can tell you now that property won't last long and all the auctions now closed.
Thanks, Grant.
You're welcome. Vale Street is the next one. Nicholas Maloney, he certainly needs no introduction. A very busy man out there in the marketplace, has been marketing this property. The ideal location, the generous property, nicely set back, providing privacy and tranquility from the road, is again something very special indeed. It is an outstanding location, an outstanding opportunity is before you there on the screen at 96 Vale Street. Described formally as a cross-lease freehold rather, all described in record authorities, a 34C folio 391. Settlement date, still 20 working days from today's date. Bit of flexibility around that. If you need an alternative date, talk to Nicholas, he'll help you with that. Any changes to the channels list? No changes there. Just dotting the I's and crossing the T's, folks. If you haven't already signed the purchaser's consent form, then you are bidding on the basis today that you will sign it immediately upon the completion of the auction at the same time as you sign the contract, confirming that the purchasers have been advised that the sink and the kitchenette downstairs is not permitted. If this presents an issue for the purchaser, it can be removed, and as per the LIM report, the downstairs level of the property is consented as a bathroom and rumpus, and flat 2 on the cross lease is not shown on the flats plan. So you bid and buy today on the basis that you have been clearly advised of those requirements, folks. Zoned in the highly sought after school area of Pillars Point, ensuring excellent educational facilities for your families, and that starts from Pillars Point going right through to intermediate and to college as well. And of course there's lots of preschools around the place as well. Bit of golf, yeah. I'm talking about schools at the moment, right? Although the school kids can play golf, so I guess that's an extra as well. So great option there for those educational facilities there. You've got the French doors that open out to that spacious deck that offers those stunning views to be able to go and watch the golfer. Right? So
You're not talking about me, eh?
I'm not sure about your swing.
I know.
I've never thought you were swinging before, but I'm not sure about that swing either. So you've got the neighbouring golf course there, folks. If you are golfers, well, just grab the trundle out of the garage and wander down the driveway, across the road, and there it is right there for you. You've also got that ample off-street parking available to make it nice and convenient for residents and your guests as well. The bonus feature, of course, that downstairs rumpus room and bathroom for those versatile living options as well. Now, I can tell you today, folks, that Nicholas has got strong conditional interest. I alluded to that in my preamble, so just being very clear to you, if you don't buy it this afternoon at the auction, we are absolutely confident you will be in a multiple offer afterwards. That is a blind situation. All offers go into sealed envelopes and are presented to the vendor. They can only choose to work with one, but we give you, the cash buyers, opportunity here today. Where do we say go? Who'd like to start me away? $750,000 are underway now over here at $750,000. A good, fair and reasonable start as well there, sir, at $750,000. Let's go $20,000 rises from here. At $750 it is over here on the right hand side against everybody else in the room here. No registered phone bidders. It's entirely up to you folks. It takes me to $770. First call now at $750,000. Are we in or out? Second time. Third, last opportunity, $770, taking it with you there, sir, at $770,000 now. At $770,000 over here on the right-hand side. Appreciate you working with me there, sir, at $770. Calling it 3 times now. First call now at $770, $790 would be the strategic move for you now. Put yourself in front. Second call now at $770,000, $790 we go now, at $790,000. So I'll tell you what, sir, take me right 10, I'll call it 3 times, if there's no further bids, we'll pause and talk. How about that?
99.
$990,000. Oh, I was going to say, I thought the 990. Vendor would be delighted, I can assure you of that.
I bet they will.
Yeah, no, you're already at 797. Just take me through that 800 threshold, make it 810. We'll pause. I do have to call it 3 more times. If there's no further bids, we'll give you that opportunity to discuss.
Got 8 then.
Hey?
Got 8.
You're driving a hard bargain, Susan.
You said we discussed at 8.
No, I said 810. Should we go 810 and then I'll just call it that 3 times very quickly and you can talk?
Yeah, go.
Okay, beautiful. Love it when somebody works together with me. My wife doesn't, but that's okay. First call at $810,000 over here. Second time, last in or outs. Bids with you, sir, at $810,000. Sarah, can you help the gentleman, please? Moving on to our third offering for this afternoon, folks. 108 Chapel Street. Ken Wilson from our Gate Bar office is our EVES on camera office. The manager over there will be reprimanding from getting that wrong. So Ken from our EVES on camera office has been certainly doing a wonderful job with this property, 108 Chapel Street. The northerly aspect ensures an abundance of natural light and warmth, creating a wonderful, comfortable living environment throughout the day in this property, whether it's you residing or whether it is a tenant if you're looking for an investment property. The legal aspects of it, it's across these freehold 1026181 being the record of title that we make reference to here in regard to that particular property. And there is some work being done at the moment on upgrading that record of title to include exclusive use areas. So 14 working days from today's date, Ken, is the settlement date. Any changes to the channels list at all? No changes there. So I mentioned that rental option, folks. If you're looking for an investment property, then you can expect a return of somewhere between $580 to $600 a week. So a lucrative opportunity for some rental income, and of course add to that the potential to enhance and improve the value of the property over time to come makes it a good option indeed. The low maintenance lock and lead property, if that's what you're looking for, certainly ticks that boxes as well. So perfect for busy lifestyle individuals or those seeking just hassle-free living. Again, another one that's conveniently located to good schooling facilities. You've got the Buretta shops not too far away, as is the Harbour's Edge there for your morning or evening walks. You've got CBD access in and out of the CBD is nice and simple. Wonderful amenities surrounding you, entertainment and business opportunities. Well, it's all abundant, nice and handy to 108A Chapel Street. In your hands, wires, we would like to say go for this one. Fair and reasonable to suggest a $550,000 start. Here's your chance now. Here to work with the cash interest only. Somebody start me away at $550. Happy to work with you from there. First call now. Second time. Third. Last opportunity. Ken, I know there's some people still doing a little bit of homework on the upgrading of that record of title, so I'm going to close the option, hand it back to you, leave you to continue with your work. But I think once all that's sorted out, I think you're going to be putting a sold sticker up on this signboard very, very soon indeed. A good high-profile location and a great offering. Negotiations on Vale Street are continuing at the moment, folks, so we'll press on through the catalogue so we don't hold you up. We know you're very much like our EVES salespeople and very, very busy indeed out there in the marketplace. So 20 Heron Avenue is the next one. Again, another sales consultant that needs no introduction, rather, is Kelly X will be working out of our Cherrywood office. Now this is beautiful. It's got a beautiful top-to-toe renovation. It's a family home and it is, of course, positioned very, very nicely in the heart of Matua and got that wonderful contemporary vibe. This must have been a real pleasure property to do the open homes at on the weekends here. Kelly has certainly got some class to it indeed. It is a freehold estate. Record of title SA 51C, folio 339, confirms the property as 1,085 square metres. That's not a misprint. that is absolutely clear on the record of title, 1,085 square metres. Now, the garden shed, Kelly, I understand, is staying, but it is as is. No warranties as far as that is concerned. 15 working days from today's date, still our settlement date?
Yep, only negotiated.
Bit of flexibility around that as well. So back to the property itself there, folks. You can walk to the desirable Matua Primary School, Ferguson Park and Harbour's Edge, just to mention 3 wonderful facilities not too far away from your new home at 20 Heron Avenue. You've got that sizeable flat 1,085 square metre section. You've got the landscape grounds, you've got parking for all the vehicles, you've got space for the kids to run and play, you've got room to put a pool in, or perhaps potential future development of the site as well. So lots and lots of great options available for you at 20 Heron Avenue. A home to create lifelong memories and strengthen family bonds with an unforgettable adventure filled with love, laughter, love and shared experiences is all available here at 20 Heron Avenue. Who says go on this one? What might your quantum be? In case you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm looking for an opening bid. Somebody start me away? Suggest to start at 1.1. 1.1 to get me underway.
980.
No, thank you. Thanks, but no thanks. 1.1 is where I need to get us underway. Not anywhere near it there at 980. $1.1 to get me started. All the way 3 times. If I don't get to start at 1.1, I'm going to just close the option.
1,050,000.
1.1. $1.1, thank you. Appreciate you working with me, ma'am, at $1,100,000. The fair rents will start to get us underway now. Happy to travel in $20,000 rises from here. At $1,100,000, advance me to 1120 if you are here for this one here, folks. At $1,100,000, underway now at 1.1. Chasing down that $20,000 rise. First call, second time, third. Not going to dilly-dally. Alongside you now on behalf of the vendor at $1,120,000. It's with me now, $1,120,000. Advance me to 1240 if you will. At $1,120,000 it is. Vendor bid, be clear. Working alongside you here, trying to help you here buy the property today. Vendor's happy to work with somebody not at this level. $1,120,000, make it 1140. With the right advice there, Kim.
1125.
1140. Take it to 1140, but have to pause the auction and give you the opportunity to discuss. I don't like your chances, but well away from where we need to be. Certainly away from the property's value. 1140 gives you the opportunity to keep discussing. And I'll pause the option and give you the opportunity to keep discussing with the sellers. Do it now because I know Kelly has got strong conditional interest after the option. Your opportunity is now. Might be sounding hardball, but I'm trying to help you here, man. I've got very clear instructions from our sellers. Quite happy to work with the conditional buyers afterwards. 1140 earns you the right.
Yep.
1140. Appreciate you working alongside me there, ma'am, and I am a man of my word, but I am obliged to call it 3 times. First call now for any advance on 1140. Second time, third. Last opportunity and outs. Liz with you, ma'am, at 1140. Heron, I'll leave it with you to give you the opportunities. All right, we've got a couple of properties being negotiated at this point in time, folks, so we'll press on. Number 4, Escaran Way is the next one. Again, Charlotte Gardner being a very busy lady over there, working out of our Papamar office. Now, this one here, defining the term hidden gem, this paradise home certainly really does turn on the charm. Now, legally described as a freehold estate, 677330 is the record of title number that describes all the legal aspects of the property. Now, the alarm is as is, and the gas fire remote is not operational. It does stay, but it's not operational, so you need to get that fixed. 20 working days from today's date is your settlement date for the property. And a quick reminder of clause 23. Purchasers acknowledge that you've relied on your own due diligence and received professional advice prior to entering into the agreement today, and not on any representation from the vendor in relation to the vendor's reports that may or may not have been supplied to you. So any other changes there? No other changes? So back to the property itself. You'll all remember this when you went and viewed the property. The interior, well, that provides a wonderful backdrop of crisp whites, warmed timber tones. Finally got that. Should have practiced that one, shouldn't I? Next time I'm making my notes, if I see that again, I'm going to practice that. So you've got that tongue and groove panelling, you've got the profile, polished retro tiles, reiterate the quality of the craftsmanship and the attention to detail in the construction of this property. Certainly inspired by architecture from the past, and the exterior aligns with its wonderful coastal surroundings as well. The alfresco dining area at the rear, well, that's beautifully positioned in the centre there as a sheltered nook, and everything required that you require for maximum relaxation is provided here at number 4 Escaran Way. From its private right-of-way and the desirable Palm Springs location there, this home certainly delights with unique character and total comfort in the close-knit neighbourly location that it is positioned. So, in your hands, buyers, where do we say go for an opening bid, or last for is the fair and reasonable one? I'd like to start me away. And the interesting observations as an auctioneer is every time I call for an opening bid, those that aren't here to bid and buy on this particular property tend to hold their breath. We don't have a easy access for the ambulances, so just keep breathing, folks. You don't have to worry about it. Has to be a genuine intent. First call now for a start for Escaran Way. Second time. Third. Last chance for cash interest. Going to close the auction. I know you've got a little bit more work to do on that one there, Charlotte, but I mean, it's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. I don't think it's going to take too long indeed. Certainly a lovely property indeed. The auction's closed. Call Charlotte if you know anybody looking for a great option like that. Well, we go back to Heron Avenue at $1,140,000. Very clear instructions from our sellers. Not prepared to entertain anything at that sort of level. You'll need to be well over that to purchase the property. So I'll call it 3 times, otherwise I'll simply close the auction down. At $1,140,000, the property definitely worthy of more than that. You've got 1,085 square metres and a beautifully renovated property top to toe. Certainly worthy of better than that sort of money. 1140, take a $20,000 rise to put you in front. Here's your chance now. Once, twice, last chance and a outs. Auction's closed. Kelly, those buyers that you've been working with are going to be delighted to hear from you, and I'd be very, very surprised if you haven't got this property under contract by end of play tomorrow. No pressure. All right, just go back to 96 Vale Street, folks. I have amended bid now at $825,000. Can you just confirm that for me, please, sir? At $825,000 is the seller you're instructing me. On the market it goes at $825,000. In favour of the gentleman seated here in the front row, $825,000 buys the property right here, right now. First call now at $825,000. Second time, quickly. Don't try and prejudge the speed of the hammer. It'll beat you every time. Just don't put your fingers underneath it because it'll hurt. Third, final opportunity, quickly. It goes, it goes. Told you, sir. All right, continuing on through our wonderful catalogue of offerings for you today, folks. 28 Harrisburg Street in the great metropolis of Katikati is the next one on offer. And of course, the slim gentleman over here on my right hand side, Colin, is the one you've all met at the open homes or your private viewings. Ideal location in Katikati. It offers you convenience, access to wonderful amenities, schools and recreational facilities. That's what you get here at 28 Harrisburg Street. Colin, just looking at the legal aspects, record of title 727606, freehold estate, best class of ownership that you can buy here in New Zealand, and you've got 466 square metres of land that goes with the property. Now the security system, it does stay, mate, but it's not a working order, so no warranties as far as the security system is concerned. 31st of July is the settlement date for this one. Of course, being 2023, so plenty of lotto tickets between now and then, folks, so your opportunity is here before your very eyes. Any other changes or anything there, Colin? No changes there. You've got the opportunity to enjoy the luxury of that wonderful spacious master bedroom, providing ample space for relaxation and privacy as well. If you are looking for an investment property, you can expect a return of circa $570 per week rent for the property as well, so certainly a good return on your investment. You've got that wonderful serviceable kitchen that presents an excellent opportunity for customisation and adding value to suit your own personal taste and of course your personal desires and needs in your catering world as well. You've got the opportunity to benefit from the large garden shed for extra storage or maybe even a potential workshop space there, along with those double doors that open out onto that veranda and a cosy wood burner for the comfort and ambience on the chilly nights as well. So a great option here in Harrisburg Street in the beautiful mural town of Katikati. We say let's go on this one. Looking for an opening bid? I'll leave it entirely up to you to set the benchmark on this one. Entirely up to you. Start your way wherever you like. First call. Second time. Last chance for an opening bid for cash interest. Obviously no cash here today, Colin. I'm going to close the auction. I know you've got a couple of people that are not quite in a position to be able to bid in cash sniffing around on the property, so I'm going to leave that back to you and leave you to continue with the good work. And in through the doors, first, the wonderful smiles of Grace Anderson from our Katikati office, looking very bright today there, Grace, as you always do. You always bring a breath of fresh air to the front of the auction room every time you
make
get
my face bright soon.
I'm just trying to turn your cheeks to the same colour as your jacket. Grace out of our Katikati office also, she does a wonderful job up there, and at 55 Leverley Lane you've got a rare find. You've got that quirky 5-bedroom home with the extra lounge or rumpus, and it is hitting the market for the first time in 2 decades. SA 2018 Folio 681 is the record of title that confirms the property is a freehold estate, and another wonderful parcel of land here for family living, being 1,153 square metres more or less. Now, the vendor, having not been in occupation of the property, makes no warranties as to the serviceability of the channels, fixtures and fittings. There is a clause in the contract stating that, and you are bidding on the basis that you are aware of that. And just 10 working days from today's date is your settlement date. That's when you get to back your truckload of furniture into the driveway and enjoy what 55 Leverley Lane has to offer. Talking about what it's got to offer, it's got unique charm. It's a fantastic opportunity that presents a one-of-a-kind property here, perfect for those seeking a home that's got character and that's certainly got some wonderful personality that goes with it as well, Grace. You've got that spacious delight. You get to enjoy that wonderful 1,153 square metre section, offering absolute abundance of room for outdoor activities and, of course, future expansion if you so wish as well. You've got endless possibilities here at 55 Leverley Lane. You've got the 5 bedrooms, the additional living space. It's a versatile home that certainly can accommodate diverse needs and some creative endeavours for those of you looking to the future as well. Again, another property, I'm going to leave it entirely over to you. I'm here to work with the cash interest only. Where would you like to say go for this one? If you are in that position of cash, now's the time to let me know, and I'm happy to work alongside you. Looking for an opening bid now for 55 Leverley Lane. No. Once. Twice. Final opportunity for an opening bid. Okay, no cash for this one today. It's quite standard. I did make mention in my preamble that there's more conditional buyers out there in the marketplace than cash buyers. So I'm going to close the auction. If you're in that position of cash now, folks, you've just lost a great opportunity because the property is now wide open. If you know of anybody looking for that type of property, then just talk to Grace and she'll help you from there. Thanks, Grace. Alright, working our way nicely through our catalogue of properties, folks. Those properties that remain unsold, just keep an eye on them on our website. You will see sold stickers going on them very quickly indeed, the way our team here at EVES work. They have no issues at all with passing properties in at an auction because all we get to do is work with the cash buyers on auction day. This now brings us to number one, Granite Street, and Jeremy Cunningham is the man from our Mount office that has greeted you at the front door on the open homes. It's a brand new 2-level barrack home. You've got that wonderful modern design. You've got exceptional indoor-outdoor flow through those triple sliders as well. So certainly a home that offers you lots of wonderful options. There's always something special about something brand new. It's where you get to do all the firsts. It's legally described as a freehold property, 278 square metres. You haven't got a lot of land to look after here, folks, and you wouldn't want to because of its location. There's too many fun things to do, all quite handily located to number one, Granite Street. You get to enjoy the, following on the legal aspects of the property, record of title 988454 describes the property, and as mentioned, it is a freehold estate. 20 working days from today's date, Jeremy. A bit of flexibility around that. If somebody needs a bit longer, just talk to Jeremy. He'll sort that out for you. Any other changes to the channels list? No, all as circulated here. So you get to enjoy that spacious walk-in pantry there. It's absolutely perfect for storing and organising all your kitchen essentials. And I can tell you now, when you get a brand new kitchen like this, your food just tastes so much better when you've prepared it. Whether you stuff the recipe up or not, it doesn't really matter. It's just the pleasure of doing it in a nice new kitchen. The property itself features a convenient separate guest powder room as well for that added privacy and convenience, and of course located, as I mentioned, in the desirable neighbourhood amongst some other beautiful new homes. You've got the convenient proximity to the upcoming town centre, and of course just a very, very short drive from your front door to the beach as well. So I would suggest, Jeremy, a property certainly worthy of a start somewhere, or worthy of somewhere in the nines. Easy to think it's worth more than that, particularly given the location. It's brand new, but worthy of somewhere in the nines. Up to you to let me know just how far into the nines and where you'd like to purchase it. Looking for cash interest. I know Jeremy's got some people that have been looking at the property and still completing their due diligence. First call now if you're in that position of cash. Second time. Third, last opportunity in or out. Okay, Jeremy, those buyers are going to be pleased to hear from you this afternoon. The property is now still available because the auction is closed. So moving on, and I look forward to getting a text message from you just letting me know that you've got that property under contract, because I don't think it's going to take long at all. Right, pressing on through our wonderful catalogue of 12 properties today, we come to 166 Vale Road, and Rachel Martin, needing no introduction as well, working out of our Papamara office, and certainly has had a wonderful time marketing this property at 166 Vale Road. That desirable Vale Road location, and from this property you've only got a mere approximately 300 metres to the beach. You've got the large home, you've got multiple options. It's an absolute stunning example of modern day work and life balance here at 166 Vale Road. Looking at the legal aspects of it, it's a freehold estate, record of title SA 1456/38. Confirmed the property as 845 square metres of land, more or less. Now, the heater for the swimming pool is not working, and the water board is not working. They both stayed, but they're just not in working order at this stage, so no warranties as far as that is concerned. Just making reference to clause 23, folks, 23.1, the Tauranga City Council has no record of the code compliance certificate having been issued for the building consent 10524. The building consent relates to the works that were undertaken by a previous owner of the property, and as such the vendor has no knowledge of the works carried out under that building consent. However, moving on to 23.2, the vendor has made an application to the Tauranga Council for it to inspect the works carried out under that building consent with a view to a code compliance certificate being issued. The inspection is scheduled to be carried out after the date of the auction. The vendor gives no warranty as to whether the code compliance certificate or building consent will be issued, and gives no assurances regarding the outcome of the inspection. So just making sure that you are well and truly aware of those details prior to your bidding today. Any changes to that? We have very comprehensive channels list there, Rachel, as you would expect from a property of this calibre, and particularly in this location. We almost had to go onto a new screen for it. Any additions, deletions? No, all as has been circulated. So that covers off all the legal aspects, folks. Let's go back and just remind you of a couple of good things about the property, but before I do so, I must inform you that we do have authorised telephone bidding in place for this one. You'll see Scott and Richard at the back of the room there with the phone to the ears. We do have buyers bidding via the telephone on this one. You've got the kitchen. Well, that's got to be any chef's dream. The high-end appliances, the servery that opens directly onto the outside deck that is absolutely perfect for casual dining as well. And as you step outside, you're transported to your own private oasis here at 166 Vale Road. That pool area that you saw at the start photo, folks, that's just an absolute perfect place to gather. You've got that lush landscaping that you see there on the screen there. This really is truly an outdoor entertainer's paradise. You've got exquisite luxury in a property that's featuring lavish amenities. You've got absolute impeccable design, exceptional craftsmanship right throughout the home, and unparalleled attention to detail at 166 Vale Road. Here to sell it to you today, folks. Who says go, and what might your quantum be? It's going to be you in the room, or is it going to be on the phone? Who'd like to set me away? No such thing as a silent auction here at EVES, folks. Somebody start me away, you set the benchmark, we'll work from there. I'm happy to suggest a figure, but my figure might be very different to yours. Somebody give me a stool. I know we've got interest in the property. Let's get it underway, folks. If you come to buy it, don't be shy. If you don't bid, you don't buy it. Here's your chance. Shall I say 2.5? Somebody get me underway at 2.5. If a fair and reasonable start, I would suggest it back. 2.5 million to get me started. First call. Second. Right, I'll start underway then. I know we've got interest in the property at $2,500,000. We're underway, and I'm happy to chase down $25,000 rises here. I know we've got registered interest here in the property, folks. Not here to dilly-dally. Vendors are here to work with the highest bidder today. At $2.5 million it is. So take me to 525 if you will. At $2,500,000, make it 525 if you wish to participate in the auction. Now's your opportunity, because I can tell you now, folks, I can almost put money on it and guarantee you don't buy today in the auction room and I close the auction, you will go to a multiple offer afterwards. They will go and seal the envelopes, as I mentioned earlier. $2,525,000 is what I look for now. First call. Second time. Thank you.
2.5.
Pardon?
2.5.
2.5. I'm already at 2.5, so you need to be above that.
Okay. 2.525.
2.525, $2,525,000. Welcome along there, sir. Happy to work alongside you in that, but I'm away from my instruction at this point in time. At $2,525,000, what about our phone bidders, or the rest of you here in the room? Take me to 250 if you will. 2550, thank you, sir. Welcome aboard the back left-hand corner now. At $2,550,000, making it 75, shall we there, sir? North to south, chin to chest, that's all we need. Beautiful, thank you. At 575 and 2.6 we go. At $2,600,000, 625, your turn. Get in ahead of the phone bidders. 625 it is, and 650 now. At $2,650,000 and 75, your turn there, sir. At 75 it is, and 2.7 immediately in the back left-hand corner. At $2,700,000, back left-hand corner, 725. Do we say there, sir? At $2,700,000, what about a 10? Here to help you along. Just the $10,000 to think about the property that you've got here at $2,700,000, making it 710, shall we there, sir? At $2,700,000. 10?
10.
10. 2,710,000. At 2,710,000, sir, your retort. Should we go straight to 2.750?
No.
Keep the pressure on. 720, shall I say? At $2,720,000. Breaking news here at $2,720,000. Sir, if you don't bid again, I'm going to sell to the gentleman in the back left-hand corner now at $2,720,000. Another $10,000 might just secure the keys. Here's sell to the highest bidder. Here, sir, what about a 5? Don't lose it now. You've been travelling well once we got started. At $2,720,000 in the back left-hand corner, I sell away now. I'll take a 2.5, sir. I'll even take a single. How do you value a property of this calibre? Just for $1,000. I've been in this industry 28 years and I haven't learned how to do it yet. At $2,720,000. Regrets a terrible pain, sir. Don't lose it now. Don't inflict it on yourself because there is no cure. At 2.720. In the back left-hand corner, I sell away now. First call now at $2,720,000, I sell. Second time now at 2.720. Third, last opportunity, it goes. Sold here at the back around there, sir. Congratulations to our sellers. Appreciate your spirit of bidding. I won't say thanks to the fine bidders, they didn't do anything. Alright, pressing on for our last couple of properties for the afternoon, folks. Number 2, Hanson Place, again, Collins Stewart Road from our Caddy office, been working hard up there. You've got a small family home, but it's got a ton of potential to add further value, and of course, located beautifully in that quiet cul-de-sac. It is a freehold estate, 725 square metres of land, more or less, all described in SA 33B, folio 779 being the record of title. The garden statues and ornaments, they do not stay, they are excluded from the sale. Just a couple of references to some additional clauses whilst I turn to those. I remind you, your settlement date 10 working days from today's date or such other date as mutually agreed between both parties. Clause 23 reminds you folks that you have been fully informed that the building consent or code compliance certificate has not been issued for the garage. Accordingly, clause 9.35 and 9.36 do not apply to that non-permanent work. And clause 24, the vendors having not been in occupation of the property make no warranties as to the serviceability of fixtures, fittings or channels.
They all go.
They all go. Beautiful. I knew they would, Colin, with you on the job. Any other changes to the channels list apart from those garden ornaments and that not being included? No? So you've got the spacious lounge, you've got the wood burner to keep your tootsies nice and warm in the winter months. You've got the easy living layout as well there, and the opportunity to create something very, very special to you indeed. On the southern edge of the wonderful mural town of Caddy, right next door to the Moore Park, ground, you've got cricket pitches, football fields, and even a skate park for the kids, all up on your doorstep there from the number.
The skate bowl's a bit further away, fortunately.
Is it? Well, okay, let's go to the coastal walkways, because that starts from the reserve. That's nice and handy to the home as well. It's all within kilometres or so of the town services, the schools, supermarkets, and the medical centre. Great options here for you folks. Number 2, Hanson Place. I would suggest, Colin, I think a fair and reasonable start would be $650. I'll be happy to start away there. Somebody give me $650 to get me underway. You don't buy this one, folks. We've only got one more left for you. Somebody start me away at $650. I've called it 3 times. If I don't get a start at $650, I'm simply going to shut it down and leave Colin to continue with his good work. First call now for a start at $650. Second, third, last chance. It's entirely up to you here in the room, folks. No registered phone bidders on this one. No? Okay, close the auction, hand it back to you, Colin. A little bit more work to do, but a great option there and a great location indeed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alright, lucky last one for the day, folks. If I was standing in the doctor's courtroom being accused of keeping the best till last, I would have no option to plead guilty. Lester Mullen from our Waihi office has been presenting this outstanding opportunity for you. You've got prime bare land, it's north facing, it's got a level building site, it offers you breathtaking views of the majestic Kaimai Ranges and there's picturesque rolling farmland as well. So a great spot indeed. It is a freehold estate, 4,104 square metres of land more or less. is what you buy here today, all described in Record of Title 72636. Now we do have some additional clauses I need to refer to. 10 working days from today's date is still the settlement date, Esther. Right, and obviously being bare land, there's no channels. But clause 23 just reminds you the purchasers acknowledge that the power, water and telecommunication connections to the property are the sole responsibility and cost of the purchaser after completion of the settlement. And of course 24, pretty standard for anything up here in this location. It's just advising you where to go if you have any concerns with the Waihi gold mine. So pretty standard there, you're bidding on that basis. So conveniently situated near top-notch outdoor pursuit facilities, providing nice, easy access to the wide range of recreational facilities and adventures up there. I think that's the key attraction to this location. Is there's just a plethora of activities surrounding you. You know, you've got the Hauraki rail trail, just to mention one of the options for you. Also, you've got the option of enjoying the serenity and tranquility of your own private pond on the property as well, and you've got that picturesque and peaceful ambience that you can use, and that simply enhances the natural beauty of the surrounding landscape around you here at 89 Dickie Flat Road. An exceptional property presents an incredible opportunity to build your dream home. You've got plenty of land space there, the opportunity to capitalise on the stunning views, those outdoor amenities I've made reference to, and that unique feature overlooking that private pond. Your family are going to absolutely love you to death for buying this property and building your dream home there. So in your hands, I'd be happy to take a $400,000 start. I know being 4,104 square metres, you'd be expecting it to be better than that. Entirely up to you here in the room, folks. First call now. Second. Last chance in or outs. Oh, no cash for this one today either, Lester, so I'm going to close the auction. I mean, we never know with sections because, they don't have to contact us, but we've offered it to the cash unconditional buyers, so now we're going to reach out to any conditional buyers out there. How much do we need to buy this property here, Lester?
It'll be asking price $530.
Asking price of $530,000 there, folks, for 4,104 square metres of prime land to build your dream home on. Call the EVES Waihi office, ask for Lester, he'll help you from there. The auction is now closed. That's all we've got for you today, folks. Pop back next week. We've got another 10 great properties for you next Thursday. In fact, we've got 11 next week because we've got one next Wednesday. The owners are already in contract and the auction has been brought forward. There's an indication of the activity out there in the marketplace. Thanks for your attendance today, and from the team at EVES, we bid you a good afternoon. Thank you.